Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Chaotic Neutral Podcast. We're back, so we'll start things off with Amy.
Hi, I play Kiki the Rogue.
And David.
Playing Kai here.
And Shane.
Hey, I'm playing Bert the Warlock.
And returning after a 2-episode hiatus, Dan.
Hey, I played Zerf the Barbarian.
You sound so happy.
We thought he ditched us.
He's just wondering if I actually killed his character off and just made him level up as a cruel joke.
Who the hell is this?
You're going to make him show up one more time just to play out his own death.
You meet an old fortune teller in the woods. So that brings up the recap. I was originally going to do it in old-timey radio voice, but I don't really have it in me to do that right now. So, protagonists are on a ring-shaped megastructure like Halo, only bigger and cooler. They have fallen afoul of some plots of this tiefling and the old god that he seems to serve, who seems at odds with the old god that the party's warlock serves. They're far away from the land where they were starting to get familiar and comfortable, and they've wandered through to a city called Tyrie, named after a hero whose moniker was of the honeyed tongue, and everyone there is unfailingly polite and genuine and kind. When we last left off, Kiki had fallen in with the Thieves Guild. Bert was on the plaza, locking eyes with the tiefling, who recognized him and recognized that he recognized him, and there was this whole slew of what's something going on.
We'll get it.
Yeah, get that in post. And Kai was having a spa day. Zerf was missing because a few days earlier the party had come across this old fortune teller in the forest, and she had told cryptic fortunes to Bert and Kai and Kiki, and they are reluctant to share what happened in that cart with one another. Although Kiki did draw from the deck of many things and gained the party a massive load of XP, all over their faces.
I don't think I really appreciated that enough, because that was some balls-out, crazy, awesome shit.
So we're going to pick things up with Zerf, who the next morning, Kai, Bert, and Kiki woke up and discovered that there was no physical evidence of the fortune teller, her cart, or her stirch, aside from 3 tarot cards that were still in Kiki's pocket. Zerf had vanished, and they couldn't find any trace of where he had gone or how he had gone there. Zerf, you find yourself in the middle of a primal forest. The light is neutral and sort of golden green, which is unlike any light you've seen on the ring so far. You don't see any roads. You don't hear any animal noises. It's just the forest surrounding you. The last thing you remember is walking into the fortune teller's hut. You don't remember anything after opening her door. You've after taking a few minutes to take it in, you see a wolf's eyes peering at you through the undergrowth. And after locking eyes with you, it turns and runs off into the woods.
I will follow.
Okay. The undergrowth seems to reach up and grab you, and you nearly lose track of the wolf several times, but eventually it leads you to a cave, and in a sort of a glowing light, in the center of this cave is a bowl of fresh, clear water.
Nothing ever bad happened from drinking
Yeah.
from mysterious new sources.
Yeah, it looks just perfect and pristine, I bet. I'm gonna
It smells. You notice that it smells really good too. Like the cave itself smells of damp soil and growing things, and the water smells cool and crisp and clear, which you never really noticed how water smelled before.
I don't think water's supposed to smell.
That's not true, actually. Wild animals can tell when water's gone stagnant or when it's running or if it's bad or foul. Or this is science.
No, this is Caleb being a cat owner.
That too.
Can I do a survival check?
Yeah. Oh,
Come on again.
that's a 20, folks. And with the 20, you can tell that this isn't just water, which you could probably tell with just common sense.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem harmful in any way. You don't sense any poison about it.
All right, I'll drink some.
All right. You black out.
Perfect.
Just like last time.
I needed a nap.
Wait, were you there? I don't know.
Okay. The rest of you have 3 days of downtime in the city of Tyrier. We know that Kai spends his first day having a spa day, which he paid a gold for. We're talking 3 temperatures of water, a massage, scrub down. If he pays an extra gold, possibly a happy ending.
All the gold that they want.
How many happy endings for this?
Kai disappears for 3 days.
Yep.
And the talk of the city is you know the bathhouses. They've got a veritable orgy. Some weird elf came in, and man, those elves, they know how to party.
It only takes 3 days to put together the legend.
I mean, it's a bit too much for my tastes, but I hear it's pretty amazing. I'd like to go, but I'm scared. So
Making it rain all up and down that place.
it kind of hurts when he does. Those gold coins, they just fly right out, hit you in the head.
Yeah, they're not liquid. They're a solid matter, eh?
We should have paper currency. That way you could do that, and it wouldn't be so painful.
Except for the thousands of paper cuts.
So what's Bird up to?
What was I doing last time? Oh, I So what happened with that whole thing where I did the invasion of the body snatchers thing, where I point and scream and lock eyes with them and.
He and the whole council entourage went into the palace complex where you're told the council that rules the city meets, and where a lot of them actually have houses, and that if you ask who he is, they tell you that he's the new spiritual advisor to the head councilwoman.
Am I allowed in, or am I kind of like muscled out?
The palace is pretty much if you have official business with the council, or if you're a servant that works there. And if the doorman, as is the nature with everyone you've encountered in Tyrier, is very polite, but also very good at conveying that there is no business that you can have that would allow you to see the council right now.
But I know that tiefling, he's evil. He's trying to bring down all of us.
Ooh, I'm getting a real shady vibe from you, fellow, and I don't want to be rude or anything, but he's the high priest of the Church of the Celestial Arch, and they've done so much good for this city, and they've really contributed to our coffers and really helped our trade with Zyria, and you're just this crazy-looking, flop-haired, mohawked feller with a scary book. And I'm sorry to say things in such harsh terms, but I just don't like the look of you, sir. And I'd appreciate it if you would just, step away.
And I think it's at this point where I just start ranting and raving like a crazy asshole. But I know that guy's evil. I don't care what kind of priest he is. I see the shit he does.
we don't judge here. Everyone gets a second chance and a fair shot in Tyrier. And maybe he did some things in his past that he's not too proud of. But who are you to bring that up and rub his face in it and prevent him from making a better life for himself, eh?
He's not doing it in the past. He's doing it right now.
Well, he hasn't steered us wrong so far.
That's because you're under a spell. He's got you under his thumb. You guys are screwed.
Would you like to go to the healer's quarters? Maybe take a lie down. I'm sure that they could help you out. Get you some.
I don't need your goddamn charity. I know what I'm doing. I know what I saw. You guys are all screwed, and I'm just trying to help. Can I roll to get in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you rolling?
I'm rolling diplomacy. Would that... No. Persuasion.
Yeah, that's
because diplomacy's not a thing anymore, is it?
Correct.
Nice.
Evil eye.
Yeah, that was a natural 20.
Oh.
Holy crap.
So what do you say with that persuasion roll?
I say, listen, I've been out in the wilderness for a long time. And I've seen this man in charge of some unspeakable things. And if I can just get inside and convince is it the councilwoman?
Yeah, she's the lead councilwoman.
Okay, the lead councilwoman of his shady dastardliness, I'm sure I could save this town and countless lives.
Well, we're a city that's built on everyone getting a fair shake. And even though I don't believe you, if you want to plead your case and have them laugh at you, that's your business. Who am I to stop you? So I tell you what, you can go into the petitioners' chambers and you can wait. And if they have time to see you, they'll see you. But I can't really make any promises. And if the close of business comes and they haven't seen you, then we'll have to ask you very politely to leave. But you can go in. And so he calls up a guard. This way, please, sir. And they escort you.
Even the guard?
It's a local dialect.
Sorry. No, I just imagine those like big burly dude in plate armor and like a really heavy spear with like maybe a banner hanging from the shaft.
Come with me, please, sir. He's like trying to sound tough. Right this way, sir.
Yeah, don't dawdle back there.
I swear they sound Canadian, eh? They need to apologize at some point.
This way, sir. Sorry for the rough treatment there.
So that's actually a good idea. So they show you the palace. So the gate, the palace is walled off by a high wall, and there's a gate in it, and they let you through the postern gate. It looks like the gates open up wider to allow carriages or whatever, but they just open one door to let you through.
Okay.
You go down a wide path that's lined with rose bushes, and it leads into and it faces this large, opulent building that seems to have two wings that stretch back away from the front gate. And there's this high grand entrance with colonnades, and it opens up onto a very impressive sort of grand hall. And he leads you down a side corridor and a few others and into this sitting room that has comfortable chairs, various reading material on activities that you can do around Tyrier.
Is there anyone else waiting?
It's just you.
Oh. Okay.
And there are some refreshments over in the corner. It was sorry that it's so shabby, but we don't really get a lot of petitioners, so just make yourself comfortable. It could be a little while, so avail yourself of the reading material. I'm sorry if it's been defaced at all. Those little ones, they can be real firecrackers. And the guard leaves you in the room.
I guess. Yeah. That's all I can do.
All right, so you settle
unless
wait.
I take the spirit of Kiki and I try to sneak around. I don't think I can do that very well.
So we'll leave you in the sitting room for now. Kiki, the Thieves Guild, they introduced you to a few people, and they told you to sort of get a feel for the city, and they'd contact you with a job.
Mm-hmm.
But they haven't contacted you yet, and it's been a day. What do you do on the second day?
Kill a guy.
All right. How do you select the person to kill?
I don't know. Who pissed me off?
Oh, I thought you said the guy, like the dude that
guy.
brought you down into the Thieves Guild. I'm gonna kill that guy.
Some rando.
Okay. So you're wandering through the markets, and specifically you find yourself in a market where farmers bring their food in and seem to sell it to sailors that are selling it to outbound ships. There seems to be a real complicated middleman process. And roll me a quick which is higher for you, investigation or insight? Actually, no, you have Thieves' Cant, so this is something you would pick up on because it is sort of a secret language. You notice that the merchants are saying that they are artificially creating food shortages in other cities so that they can sell the food at a higher price. So, like, the farmer, they might buy up a bunch of stuff from the farmers, but they're only selling about a quarter of it to these other cities so that they can jack up the price. And you get the sense that some of these other cities could really use the food and are really hard up for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that qualifies as douchey enough to you, but
Yeah, are
Or
you
is
that
it like
altruistic?
one person in charge of that?
you get the sense that there are 2 or 3 merchants that are sort of coordinating their efforts to make this happen, where they all have ships that go to one of the dwarven settlements in northern Zyria.
Gonna need
Yeah.
to kill one or all of them.
All right. Do you follow them? Do you try to follow them home, or what's your plan?
Yeah. Yeah, that seems like a good plan.
Okay. Roll me a stealth.
I can't. My cat's on. I can't. Move your fat butt. 19.
This coat is luxurious.
By the time you get back to this merchant's house, you get the sense that he is starting to get really freaked out, but he can't figure out why. And he rushes into his house, and you hear him sort of lock the door behind him.
So I know where he lives now.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not gonna do anything at the moment. Just
Okay.
too paranoid.
Kai, after your spa day, you have sort of an afternoon left. What do you got going on?
Oh, I thought I was going to be there for all 3 days.
I'm not going to make you do that, but if you want to, you can.
Yep.
Okay. Kai is living the life.
I had plans for your money.
So Kiki, after you locate this merchant's house, and you're heading back to wherever it is where you were hanging out, you get a tap on your shoulder, and there's this like street urchin that's staring at you. And he's like, "Excuse me, are you Kiki?"
Just walk over to him.
I have a message for a halfling named Kiki.
What's the message?
And he holds out a scroll with a seal on it that you recognize as Lee House.
What does it say?
Do you take it from the urchin?
Yeah.
I was promised 5 copper if I delivered it.
I hand it back.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And he hands it back to you. And then he runs off.
Poor kid.
So do you break the seal and open it up?
Yeah.
Li Hao has written in his flourished hand, Dearest Kiki, I do hope that you are enjoying our new accommodations in the city. If you haven't already arranged for lodging of your own, I have arranged for lodging for all of us at a magnificent inn for no cost to you. I do have a favor to ask. Would you stop by at your earliest convenience so that we can discuss it? Love, hugs and kisses, Li Hao.
I crumple it up and throw it behind me and ignore it.
Okay.
You know there, little girl, you don't want to litter in these streets. We're a pretty clean town.
Yeah, actually, yeah, no. Good idea. Yeah. You throw it, and a little urchin comes up to you and hands it to you and says, "Excuse me, miss. We do not appreciate littering. Please keep our city fair and clean."
Amy's
I
deciding
don't
right now.
take it.
If you, miss, and the urchin follows you. If you have garbage to throw away, then you should put it in the nearest garbage receptacle. I'm so sorry to bother you.
What else could I throw on the ground? I take lint out of my pocket. I don't know. And I just start throwing crap on the ground. Do I get more people?
Ma'am, that is not Tyrier attitude, Missy.
Is it the same guy? Is nobody else gonna
No,
come and help?
the urchin is like scrambling around to pick it up and seems to be getting more and more frantic.
Oh my god, I love him. Okay.
If you really need to stop, miss, this is not acceptable behavior.
Shane, stop dying.
Do you continue?
Yes.
I'm afraid that if you do not stop, I'm going to have the constable ask you politely to leave the city. Okay? Please
Leave Canada now.
please stop your littering, okay?
We don't take kindly to littering in this province.
Okay, I'm not gonna litter anymore, but I'm not gonna take the trash back.
Miss, you really do need to dispose of this properly. If you don't do it yourself, you're never going to learn your lesson. You're just going to throw it on the ground and expect other people to throw it away for you, and that's not the Tyrier way. Keep Tyrier beautiful.
I'm not gonna say anything to him.
Okay. We'll come back to you. Bert, you notice that the candles in the room darken considerably. And
All of a sudden, it's
yeah,
ooh.
like they just dim. There's still light. There's still lit, and the flames don't seem to have diminished in size, but there's definitely more shadow in the room, and the lights are no longer casting as much light.
I jump up, I crack my book, and I ready an Eldritch Bolt.
Around the corner comes that familiar tiefling, and he says, "Please, there's no need. You asked to speak with us. We can sit down, be civilized, have a beverage."
I'm not going to drink any more of your beverages.
That was not me. That was the Lord and Lady of Shahwa, who were clearly deranged. I have never done anything to harm you.
I saw your hooves as I passed out. Wait, okay, out of game. Was that me, or did I remember something somebody else
No,
said?
me.
that was Kai.
Damn it! Kai
You were
told me.
already-
Kai told me he saw hooves. Cloven feet of a dirty tiefling.
I don't
That's-
think you said that part.
To be quite fair, that is a terribly racist, insensitive thing to say.
Well, you're the only one I've seen so far.
We are kindred spirits, Bert West. You could serve Yog-Sothoth with me. He has infinite power. He can give it to both of us. Cast away your fallen, shattered god. Join one that is strong and growing.
Perhaps. What do you propose?
I propose that you stop interfering in Sothoth's plans and help further them. The first thing you can do is cast away that last contemptible shard of Nyarlathotep.
I've got digits in this book. I can't just leave it.
You can copy the digits down. Or Sothoth can provide you with all of the pleasures that you desire without the need to chase whatever it is that you choose to chase.
So he doesn't know what I believe happened to me. Is that correct? He just thinks I'm worshiping some shattered god.
You go ahead and roll me an insight.
Okay.
Sit down.
16.
You have real trouble getting a read on him, but it seems that he thinks that you're a warlock that's gone into a pact with Nyarlathotep, and he's trying to convince you to change who you have the pact with.
I want to play this guy, but I don't know if I could do it right.
Stop.
So I say, okay. What? Let's say that I'm actually going to go along with you and further your cause and worship your god. What would you have me do to further our relationship?
The first thing you could do is help my army break through Dreadwatch and subjugate these lands.
Say that last part one more time.
Subjugate these lands.
Okay. Sorry, you cut out a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I need that for editing.
Just laugh in his face.
Okay. Well, I nod. I leave it open. And I start to walk away. And I turn around and ask, what is your plan here?
To spread Sothoth's influence across the entire ring, to break the prison that has kept him. And then we will rule as gods.
Well, I do that trailing off thing where I'm just nodding, like, all right. And I show myself out.
Okay. So now, Kiki, you do not go to see Li Hao. Li Hao's message can't reach Kai or Bert. So, you guys remember? Have you guys all seen The Usual Suspects?
Yes.
No.
Okay. So the movie The Usual Suspects opens with a series of characters, I think there's like 5 or 6 of them, that are all sort of going about their business, and they all get arrested, like by groups of dudes. They're singled off and arrested. So Kai, there's not even a chance for you to resist. There are just guards in there, and they've got everyone in your whole area arrested and bound up.
I had a whole exit scene going on. I'm just gonna open the doors, have the steam come out, and just stand there. Sheen.
And they're for a second, they're like, whoa. Come with us, please, sir. That was a really impressive scene you pulled. I'm going to be telling my family about that later over dinner. I tell you what. And Kiki, you find yourself ringed by guards. They're like, please, miss, come with us. We've multiple reports of your refusal to clean up after yourself, and that is not allowed here.
Smoke bomb, Kiki. Get the hell away from those guys.
Yeah, can I, escape?
How do you escape?
Smoke bomb. I don't. Thieves' tools.
Gonna lockpick my way out of this pickle.
So like you.
Oh, look, another looter.
I'll take the reins here. So you smoke bomb, and in the confusion, you dash off down an alley and do like the wall jump thing up onto the rooftops. But as you're climbing up over the rooftop, the pommel of a sword comes and pops you in the face. And as you're falling to the ground, you see your buddy from the Thieves Guild looking over, going, "Sorry, but there was a contract. No hard feelings, okay?" And you fall prone on the ground where you're gathered up and bound by the guards. Bert, basically, as you go to leave the building, they just sort of come around and hem you in and steer you off towards a cell.
Damn it. What's that spell called? I don't like this. That's what the spell's called. I don't like this. Out!
Bad touch!
I need an adult! I need an adult! No, I'm not going to use Misty Step. Screw it.
So, the three of you are basically ushered into the same cell where you see a familiar sleeping dwarf figure. And shortly after you arrive, Li Hao is bustled in, looking indignant and pissed off. His robes are in disarray and his hat is crooked, and he is sort of grumpily bellowing, "I am a citizen of the Zirian Empire. You stupid yokels don't know what you're dealing with. We're really sorry, sir. You just gotta. I'm sure it'll all be smoothed out. We're really sorry. Get in there and we'll sort it all out. I'm sure." So the five of you, the five of you are all in one sort of massive cell.
What happened to Saul?
Saldoon was left on the other side of the Stargate many episodes ago.
I assume he thinks we're
forgot
dead.
about him.
He ran to go get help.
Yeah.
That useless son of a bitch.
He didn't just walk away and say, "Well, that's the end of my bit."
Li Hao's like, "What did you assholes do?"
I waited in a room for like 4 hours. I didn't do shit.
I just stand in the corner and just
You know, I did. I read
myself.
Parade magazine for 4 hours. That was terrible.
Zerf, you come to the sound of a heated argument like many that you've heard before.
Who's the door?
How did they even find me in that cave? What the hell happened? What is going on here?
I'm guessing they didn't find you. I'm guessing you blacked out after you drank some. Oh wait, I don't know that, do I?
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Where's that wolf?
Just as a refresher for those of you that didn't listen to the podcast this week, Kiki was convinced that Zerf had run off with the fortune teller and that they were fucking in the woods.
They were.
Right. Right. That
You little slut.
frail old woman and muscular, sinewy Zerf just plowing away on some bag of flesh. I don't think so.
I went to a cave, and that's all I remember. Saw some nice water that smelled really nice, I guess.
She drugged you.
Somebody did something.
Zerf, roll a perception.
Alrighty.
Mr. Awesome Massage Parlor, Li Hao.
I had a private massage going on with some of the serving girls.
Oh, is a on your back massage? Is that what's going on?
Sometimes they were on their backs, Discretion, Bert.
I don't even know that word.
Zerf, you feel like all your senses are heightened.
Sentences?
senses.
That's not what I heard.
Specifically, you notice that that Li Hao has several different perfumes on him. There's his own that you recognize that he wears because he likes to smell nice, but there are several sort of sweeter ones that are sort of cloying to his clothes. You notice that Bert smells a little bit like burnt paper.
Hookers and blow.
No, that's what
You
Kai
forgot
smells
this-
like.
Yeah.
Kai smells like a steamy room where sex happened.
Oh my god.
And Kiki smells of oil, leather, and poison. You actually do detect. How many poisons do you have on you, Kiki?
2.
You smell 2 distinct poisons about her.
Okay. Hey, Li Hao, where have you been?
The inn. No one else has been there apparently. Kiki. Actually, no. I sent messages to all 3 of you assholes. I need a
On the
favor.
ground.
I was doing important stuff.
I was doing important stuff.
I was littering,
You were having important stuff done to
And-
you.
gaining followers.
I was blacked out.
Well,
I was doing important stuff.
Surf, I didn't send a message to you. You were vanished. I don't know where you were, but so
I had a fan base.
Fan base.
All right.
Well, I'm interested in what happened to. I was going to call you the wrong name. To Zerf, because I mean you're already short,
Who's
you're
there?
hairy, disheveled, and now you got super senses. Do you have like retractable claws that come out of your hands too? Are we missing that last piece?
No, I can just pick up on all these smells now. I can tell that Li Hao has apparently been sleeping around or something. Kiki, I don't even want, or not Kiki, Kai, I don't even want to know what's going on with you. You smell like horrible.
Vagina.
Sex.
in response to your comment, Li Hao says, "What else is new?
Yeah.
I have a reputation to uphold."
Bert, you smell like paper, and burnt paper at that. You've been doing something.
I haven't been burning evidence lately.
It's not just burnt paper. It's burnt. It smells like the remains of a fire, and it doesn't seem. It seems like you brushed up against something that was emanating that smell.
It's probably a
So-
dirty tiefling.
Okay, so you were with the tiefling. All right. And Kiki, you got some interesting smells coming from you.
I have no comment
But-
on that.
No, you shouldn't say that to a woman, really.
Look
That's
at who I
fascinating.
am. Do I
Emanating
really
from you.
give a shit?
What
Problem is,
kinda-
I can also smell myself.
What kind of hinges on the door?
Surf, you don't smell bad at all. You smell like nature and
Everyone loves their own brand.
soil. You smell like the wilds.
Oh, okay, that works.
Smell like a dirty hippie.
The rest of you, he's pretty ripe.
Smells like Woodstock.
He smells like he's spent the last 10 days in the forest without bathing, without
He
cleaning
smells
himself.
like Burning Man.
So much worse.
So you guys notice that there are no guards posted in this chamber.
It's the door on
None of you were actually knocked unconscious, so I can tell you where you're at in the city. You're in a holding cell within the grounds of that large palace complex.
So we didn't get like Guantanamo black bagged. We were just kind
No.
of.
Politely escorted to
Okay.
what looks like the drunk tank.
Is the
Can
door
I-
unlocked? It's like Canada. Like it's.
It's an honor system.
I want to. Is it open? Yeah.
No.
The honor system.
I'm gonna blow the lock open.
Roll me a quick perception.
Dude, I'm a rogue. I could lockpick it.
I couldn't believe that you're objecting to me blowing something open.
I know, but I don't ever get to do roguey things.
You just like
I never choose to.
you. Wait, you didn't do roguey things on your way here, dude. You like
Like
Jackie Chan'd
like
up a wall
lockpicky
after
shit.
smoke bombing out of a guard's grasp. That was fucking rad. I mean,
blew it
granted,
up.
you got sense stopped right in the fucking face.
Go ahead. See what
Are we
you
all
want.
rolling a perception there, Caleb?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
perception.
21.
I didn't get much.
1. Suck a dick.
I got less than David. It's not worth reporting.
Okay. Kiki and Bird are too busy arguing. Kai appears to be in a post-coital glow.
I'm like 10 feet away, farthest corner away from Kai. I don't want anything to do with his post-coital glow.
You and Lee Howe both sort of notice at the same time that your stuff is all hanging on pegs in the next room. Like weapons are laying up against the packs. Packs are sort of lined up neatly. They're just like right there out of reach if you could just get out of the cell.
What is the cell door just a metal door?
Yeah, it's basically bars, wrought iron bars.
Kiki, what are those poisons that you have on you?
Apparently I don't if all my shit's in my bag.
I'm gonna say the poisons you could have hidden if you're.
No,
'Cause you're-
because of what I did to him.
Oh,
Can I use brute strength to try and open the door?
well, I mean, at this point, it's up to you guys. I mean, Bert was saying that he was gonna try to blast the
we're
lock.
arguing.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
I didn't even think I was just gonna wait till somebody said something. I was just gonna let a couple bolts fly. See
Okay.
if it did anything.
It makes
So
no
I guess-
sense why you would do that.
If everyone's acting all at once, let's just get initiatives.
I'm standing in the corner.
I'll let Bert go ahead and blast the door. That's fine.
I'm irritated. That's why I'm doing it, because we're hustled up or rounded up like cattle and put in a drunk tank.
Why is SD's thingy so fancy?
I think because he's using a macro.
Son of a bitch. I used a macro too.
That's a new interface, isn't it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Roll20's been doing a bunch of updates. So I
Mine
think.
didn't do a thing.
Well, I think he uses specifically an initiative
Yeah.
macro.
It took me all day to
It's
figure
really
that out.
fancy.
Nice. You know what? I have a quick retcon. Oh, actually, go ahead. Go ahead, Dave. Shane, what was your initiative?
18.
Okay,
Son
so
of a
you'll go.
bitch.
You'll go first. Go ahead and try your Eldritch Blast against the lock.
Okay. $16.
I need a high-low.
Low.
Low, Amy?
Low in our favor.
Okay. You go to reach for the Eldritch Energy that you're so used to grabbing, and it fizzles as it leaves your hand.
You're banned from high lows, Amy.
I got exactly what I wanted.
So, Kiki is next.
Pick the lock.
All right.
I don't know how to do that because, there's no
that-
lock picking.
Well, it'll be a sleight of hand.
Okay.
Bert, high or low?
High.
All right. You have your lockpicks on you.
God damn it!
told you. I told you. You should.
You're still banned from high low.
No one listens to me.
So roll your sleight of hand.
Oh, that was really close to that. Oh. 21. Oh. I don't know if that's a good look or a bad look. Is it good for me?
Your lockpicks break. And as the little snick happens, you hear the sound of hooves on stone, and the tiefling walks in to look at you all.
I turn around and throw my broken lockpicks at Bert.
It's not his fault. I
Dirty little whore.
I've cursed the cell that you're all in to make sure that you stayed put. I have great plans for this city, and I offered Bert the chance to aid me unequivocally, and he did what we in the business call put me off. So I decided to take matters into my own hands.
I delayed my turn.
Things are afoot, and I can't have you meddling.
You don't
in
have
it.
any feet.
Is he within arm's reach?
No, he is being very careful to stay out of range of attacks that you guys can make from within there. And you get the sense that he's been practicing for this speech for a little while now. You are following a misguided ethos. You could have joined me, but you're too set in your own ways to follow someone else.
Okay. Who the hell is this?
Does Kiki say that out loud?
I wanted
No,
to say that
like,
loud so
this
bad.
is Amy.
I will.
So this
Who are you?
Okay, so this is the tiefling who was behind the poisoning, the drugging of Kai, Bert, and Li Hao at Shahua Manor.
Oh,
That's-
when they were drinking and I wasn't there?
The Scarecrow place.
The one I didn't like very much.
The one where you...
You fucked
I
off.
went somewhere else?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So
we
I have no beef
established
with this guy.
he was the one who was ordering the cultists to open the Stargate into Xi'an. He was also the one who was giving orders to the undead army in the Dreadlands.
So still no, like, personal beef with the guy.
He seems to have beef with you.
Well, that's fine, but I mean...
I have beef with him.
Okay. I mean, in general, I'm sure I hate him, but... Okay.
He's not good people.
So, after a brief pause, he says, "My people are about to overtake this city. We will execute the council and slaughter all their animals in a great sacrifice to Sathoth, and that will desecrate the city and bring us a stronghold from which we can launch an assault on the rest of the region. You
What?
can do nothing locked within this cage. It's the perfect plan.
I have my
We'll
back
come
towards
to-
him.
We'll come to deal with you later." And he leaves. And
Wait,
Li
before
Hao,
he leaves, if he's leaving, can I do one thing? Is it my turn initiative-wise?
it's technically Zerf's. Although he's been standing there talking that if you have something, you can go ahead and do it.
Could we
Okay.
just, like, use our bracers against him?
I had my back to him.
This
I
is-
was trying to get Bert to use his wind to gather and get him closer to us.
She stole my thunder, Caleb. She stole my thunder. Because I wanted to get real close to the or like get right up to the cage door, and just yell at him, I won't share power, and use the wind to bring him to me.
Bring him to me.
So
I'll
I could,
grab him.
well, I wanted to like grab him so that we could all just like take a piece and then get keys or whatever.
Roll me charisma.
Oh man. 22.
You managed to pull him. You managed to summon up a gust, but like he said, the cell is cursed.
Damn.
So you can muster up a breeze that pulls him like a step, and he kind of looks surprised, and he sort of shakes his sleeves back and shows that he has a bracelet too. He goes, I hadn't counted on you idiots figuring those out just yet. And he gestures, and lightning arcs from his hand into the bars.
Dang it.
So anyone who is touching the bars gets a little zap.
I was making love to those things. God damn it.
Enjoy that taste of what's to come. And he turns and leaves.
What's the? I know we have bars on the front. What do the sides and the back look like? Is it just brick all around, or?
Yeah, you've got solid stone walls forming two walls of the cell, and these wrought iron bars forming the other two walls.
If I did a stone check, would I find out anything special about the stone, or a weakness, or?
Go ahead and roll me a wisdom. You can tell that the stone, the walls have recently been rebuilt, and you can tell that there is some sort of metal, like a metal mesh, that's been embedded into the wall itself.
Okay.
Hey, Bert, you think you can get my tools over to me?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if I could, we'll see what we can do.
Kiki, you get a tap on the shoulder, and Li Hao opens up his crane feather fan and pulls out a couple lockpicks.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to
No one searches the fan.
Johnny on the spot.
Can I try and manipulate the earth below the gate to try and pop it off the lock or off the hinges, or?
You could do that. You also, with that 20, you think that you could just manipulate this, because they're not. The wall is literally made of stone, not. It's not like brick or fired brick. It's stone, so you could theoretically just open up a door in the wall too if you wanted.
Okay, can I try to do that?
Yeah, roll me a wisdom.
13.
All right, it's a little rough, but you do manage to just sort of open up a door-shaped hole in the wall that looks out onto a plaza. There's still a weird shiny metal mesh there that seems to resist your abilities to move it.
So can I use my wind to bring Kai's tools, like through the bars?
Roll me a charisma.
It might have to be pretty high.
Better roll high.
Well, you're just looking for his smith tools.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still
Are
doing
those-
that thing where bad stuff happens when you roll a 1?
So basically,
I mean, it's a new game. We're in the 20s now. Are we still doing that?
I just take a giant step back away from Bert.
So you whip up a windstorm that actually ends up pushing all the packs farther away.
Way to go.
Well, why don't you manipulate some metal? Oh, you can't.
Am I small enough to go in between the bars here?
No. They seem to have been designed to hold creatures even smaller than you.
Is it like chicken wire?
One thing both of you noticed who used your abilities, for some reason they don't seem any weaker. Like when you did your wind to try to pull him closer to you, it wasn't as strong as you expected. both of these you feel like you were able to muster full strength on them.
Who's got fire?
David.
David?
Kai. Yeah.
Hey, Kai, try and melt the lock.
I'd rather melt the bars.
Melt the bars. Or melt the mesh. Do something.
The
Use
mesh
that
should
fire.
be easy. You just put that in your hands and then, like a cat down drapes.
Okay.
All right, roll me a. For you, we were doing wisdom, right, Kai?
Yeah.
All right, roll me a wisdom.
That would be a 8.
Okay.
So you're like, okay, fire in the hands, and then ha, and you just can't seem to get it to line up. Like you go to ha, and it extinguishes, or you just can't get it to work. Kiki.
I got nothing.
You got water.
Try the
lock
lockpick
water.
again.
I got.
Try a lockpick. Don't try a lockpick again.
No, I did. It didn't work.
Lee Howe just handed you 2 new lockpicks.
So?
Try
He's
another
like,
one.
he's like waving his fan, like lockpicks.
But I used them. It didn't work.
You had shitty lockpicks. These are fine Xerian steel. They will not
Fine, I
break.
used lockpicking.
Roll me a sleight of hand.
Mm, 17.
You feel them start to give and sort of ease up, but manage to just barely jimmy the lock before they snap. And he's like, I was pretty sure they wouldn't break. But the
Alright.
door creaks open.
Go on to grab our shit.
Is it behind a locked door too, or is it just out in the open?
No, it's just sort of out in the open.
Okay.
And as you guys grab your shit, you hear... I can't whistle, never mind. But you hear a whistling sound, and then
Can't do it either.
the wall of the cell, sort of outside of the cell, but right next to where Bert did his thing, blows up, and you can see charred earth, and you can hear from outside the sounds of like a riot, and running footsteps, and clanging steel, and shouting voices, and it seems like a stray fireball has just hit the building that you're in.
Oh, I
I'm
thought
running
maybe Marin came to rescue us.
And so what do you guys do?
I'm
So
running
you
up to
have
the
You
chancellor's
have sort of the
office.
front door. You have the 2 exits. One that still kind of has the mesh in it.
Yeah, I want to run up to that freshly blown open hole and peer through it.
Okay. As you peer out into the courtyard, you can see servants running in panic, and you can see guards running to the walls with a purpose, yelling that there's a revolution on, and protect the councilwoman, or protect the council. And no one seems to be paying attention to your guys' little guard post that you're in.
Do we see the enemy?
It sounds like they're at the gates. They're attacking the outer walls.
The outer walls of the city, or like the palace?
Of the palace. The whole palace complex is enclosed in a wall.
Okay.
I want to
Okay.
go
Yeah, we gotta
talk
get out.
to the council. See if we can help.
All right. So you guys step out onto the courtyard, and you see several more fireballs sort of fly overhead and hit the sides of the building, and rubble flies off, and windows shatter. And that is where we're going to cut.
Oh!
Dun dun dun.
So thanks for listening, folks. You can find us on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/cndnd. We're on Twitter at cndndcast, and you can find us on iTunes as the Chaotic Neutral Podcast. Leave us a like, rating and review and all that good stuff. It helps build our visibility. And until next week, keep it chaotic.
Bye.
Bye, guys.